afternoon, Bison Nation, and welcome back to Season 2 of Extra Innings, Keeping Up with the Herd Outside the Park. I'm your host, Will Soto, and I am here with Ronnie Dawson.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Louisville bat outfielder and Cincinnati Red prospect. Now, for some of you who don't know, Ronnie was picked up during the winter by the Cincinnati Reds in the Rule 5 draft, which brought him here to Louisville. Ronnie also went to Licking Heights High School, and he's back here in Columbus, Ohio, playing at Huntington Park. So, Ronnie, what was it like last year when you got called up by the Houston Astros? And did you celebrate once you got called up?
No, I mean, I didn't have enough time, so it was kind of rushed. We were playing a game because we're still doing the pre-COVID alternate site camps, and we were playing a game against the Rangers, and I was actually in the cage, and it was kind of weird. Now I'm thinking about it, was like a slow day. It was just two of us, me and Alex Agodi, and we're hitting. And I come back in, I see some guys getting packed up. I'm like, oh, okay, they're going. Those are the normal guys that usually go up and down. So I'm like, all right, they're leaving. Whatever, see you guys. Then he was like, hey, Ronnie, Dawson, Alex, come here, come to the office. I'm like, this is not what I think it is. Then we're just walking. I'm like, I think it's what it is.
Yep.
I think it is. Then he calls me and he was like, he said, hey, you guys are going up, playing today. And I blacked out after that. It was just, all right, how do I get from Corpus Christi to Texas, Houston, Texas, as fast as possible?
Oh, yeah.
You know, that was the only thing that was going through my mind. So, I had to go pack up. I called my wife. I called my parents on the drive down. And so I think the game, let's say, is a 6:15 start. I didn't leave until like 2. It was a 2-hour drive, maybe 3-hour drive. And I didn't show up to the ballpark until 4:50 or 5:40, and the game was at 6:30. Let's say that. So I'm like getting there. I'm just excited to be at the ballpark, right? I'm walking. I'm seeing everybody. I'm like, all right, I'm about to change. I'm getting something to eat. And they're like, hey, you know the game's in like 20 minutes. It's 6 o'clock at this time. I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, it's not 7:05. It's 6:05, something like that. And I'm like, so I had to hurry up and get ready.
Man.
And it was just like no time to prepare. But I mean, you got to play. I mean,
it's just they
throw me in the deep end and sink or swim. So.
Yeah, and in MLB they do all crazy times all the time, and I mean now they got games starting at 11 o'clock this season, just for Amazon Prime. But so when you got to the clubhouse, did Bregman, Altuve, or Michael Brantley, anybody say anything to help calm the nerves?
It was honestly too fast. Like I didn't even see anyone until I got on the field. So I was like, I got there. I think Miles Straw was the first one to say something. And he was the one who told me the game was earlier. So I was thankful for him. But when I got on the field, Brantley came out. There's a picture of us, actually. And he's like holding my back. He's like this. And he's looking out. This is probably one of the best pictures, I think, of all baseballs. Like just iconic, just a vet talking to a young rookie. And this is just a guy that he was in the Guardians organization and being a bat boy here. And I will always follow him and want to model my game after him. So I got a little time with him, got to talk to him, pick his brain. And that day, he's talking to me, just telling me about his opening, his debut. And it's kind of just to get my mind off what's going on.
Yeah, which is very helpful because all you're thinking about is you're probably walking into Minute Maid Park thinking, oh my gosh, there is so much here. There's so many more people, and it's so much louder. And you're just like, at least Michael was there to kind of just say, hey man, let's just calm down. Let's not worry about it.
Definitely, I know why. Hopefully when I'm in his shoes one day, something I'm definitely do for all the rookies. It was so helpful, man.
And I know we all saw that picture you're referring to of Michael Brantley. I mean, the look on your face is just priceless. Yeah. You look so happy, and you were just living every kid's dream.
Yeah, man.
You got caught up to the majors, and you were getting to play every day.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so awesome. And then playing the Detroit Tigers, you're facing Alex Lang in the bottom of the 7th. All right, if you watch the video online, it almost looks like they're shifting you.
Yeah.
Were they really shifting you?
Yeah. That's what. So a lot of teams they do that. Especially they don't know who I am. I can usually hit the ball over the field. That's why I take pride in, not just being a pull guy, but hey, they shifted me, and I'm like perfect. I was late on the fastball, and then sometimes you beat the shift. And oh man, I remember that hit. It was the best feeling because it's so scary. Just being up there, I just didn't want to strike out. That's not the right mindset to have, but that was the mindset I had at that time. But just to get the knock out the way, man, it was so. Especially made my whole year because I still haven't been back up, so I'm not pressed about like I still gotta get my hit. Like I got my opportunity and got my hit. I'm so grateful for it.
And no, but it even shows too in the few games you had up there, you drew a walk too.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it
That
just
next day
shows that
back.
at a young
Yeah.
age that you're selective.
No, yeah.
You know, you weren't just up there all, oh my gosh, I got to swing at
Oh, yeah.
everything. You were calm, you were
Yeah.
patient. And then too with that AB, I mean that you were Alex Lang's first batter in the bottom of the 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Were you expecting fastball? Were you sitting fastball? Or you were just
No,
like,
I'm just
let's
always
just go
like,
for it?
yeah, sitting low. I always sit in location. I sit middle of the plate, and I kind of react, and always ready for a fastball. And then you react to off speed. But just sitting over the middle of the plate, that's what you look for. Then you make, adjustments. Of course, you're not perfect. You're gonna swing at some balls, a little bit, a little bit off and a little bit stuff. But if you can stay focused on the middle, it just gives you a better chance.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then for everybody at home, if you do watch that video and you really slow it down, your whole body, you stayed calm and collective. Yes, you were a little late, but your body wasn't out of control.
Yeah,
You just
exactly.
let your hands do the work. You took the barrel and you took the ball where it was placed.
Exactly.
And that's all you could teach.
That's what you gotta
kids
do,
these
man.
days,
That's what you gotta do.
And then fans, if you can't tell, we are at Huntington Park. Ronnie and the Bats are here at the end of April to play the Columbus Clippers. And Ronnie mentioned earlier he used to be a bat boy for the Columbus Clippers. He used to take Michael Brantley's bat after he was done hitting. So how does it feel to be back home, basically?
Oh man, it's awesome, man. I've been able to walk my dog. Like I spend that time with my wife. My family, mom, dad, my wife's parents, just and so many fans. Or people, I'm not even gonna call them fans. These are like family and friends that are coming out and supporting me. And something I didn't have in pro ball. I kind of took it for granted playing at Ohio State. I could, a lot of people could come see me or whatever it is. But now being back home and being away, you appreciate little things like just seeing a friendly face in the stands. So that's been the biggest thing. Just not even honestly playing, but just being able to experience like the people, the love that you get from the people you care about. It's just an amazing feeling.
I've also heard from some people that you've been gotten some friendly receptions out in left field so far, which just makes it feel better.
No, exactly.
I mean, you're a Louisville bat here in Huntington Park, and you're getting cheered. Like you're a hometown guy, which is awesome. And then, two, I mean, just this week, have you been able to, outside of walk your dogs and your family, you've been able to see friends and family, just being home?
Yeah, I've been able to do everything. So it's been. I mean, I checked this week off back when I found out I was playing for the Reds. I was like, when did we play in Columbus? And I've just been looking forward, and it's been amazing, man.
Yeah. And then how was that transition? You're going from the Houston Astros organization to the Cincinnati Reds organization. So how was it? Especially going from Pacific Coast internationally. How was that transition?
It was scary at first. Like, you don't know. Well, I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't even that scary. I was so happy to leave. But at the same time, you have nerves, and you don't know what to expect. But I had a couple guys. My best man actually at my wedding, Chucky Robinson. He was on over here. We got a guy named Brandon Bailey. He played with me. So I had some guys that I already knew. Then after that, it was just going in and showing off. Like, I felt like the new kid in school. Like, they don't know me. They heard stuff. You might have heard things, but they don't really know who I am. So I gotta bring my own identity. I get to play the ball I want to, like, how I want to be perceived. And as I got older, you make mistakes as a younger guy, and I'm still making mistakes now, but I still just keep learning and getting better. And that's a part of the game. That's how I'm finding to enjoy the process, the failure, the little battles, the little wins, and just competing every day, man.
And especially here in the minors, you just get to practice on everything.
Yes.
Whether it's hitting, fielding, base running, you're always on the move. You're always doing something. And a big thing that I've noticed through your minor league career is you're getting a ton of ABs. You're really putting the bat on the ball. You're stealing a lot of bases. So you really are getting you're getting a good spectrum of it all, and you're also just showcasing it every team besides the Reds. Saying, hey, look, I'm doing everything at the minor league level. Like I'm not just hitting home runs or making great plays on the outfield. You're doing everything top to bottom. So, and that's huge, especially for a Reds organization who seems to be rebuilding, who seems to be turning the chapter into a new generation. And you're like, I'll be the next generation.
No, it's exciting. I mean, just timing where you're in an organization with the Astros where it's like, it's barely room for any movement because they're so good. And but it also taught me patience being over there. It taught me that I can't just be the best talent and outwork everyone. Sometimes it's not your time, and you just got to keep doing the little things, even when things don't look your way, or you're like, oh, why is this happening? Why is that happening? You can't. It's like just keep doing the little things right, and at the end of the day, you'll end up where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And if you tell my 3 years ago myself, I'll be here playing at Huntington Park for the Louisville Bats and the Reds organization, I'd be like, nah, no
Yeah.
chance. Like,
No way.
you know, I would have been in the big leagues with the Astros. And it's like, you just never know. And this time right now, experiencing that and coming like, oh, stuff is happening full circle. It's just the beginning, you know, it's just starting, but it's just patience and seeing things come to light.
And then, speaking on what you just said, what would you tell all of our youth kids who are going to be watching this video about staying motivated as a guy who was with the Houston Astros, got called up, got sent back down, now with the Reds, just about staying motivated? Yeah. Because for you, I feel that getting sent back down wasn't a step back. It was, okay, now I know what to do to get back there and stay there.
Yes, that's exactly how I looked at it. And when our biggest thing I tell young kids, you have to look at things from a different light. It's hard. That's probably not the best thing. That's probably for older people. It's doing the little things right every day. Even when things aren't going your way, when you're not getting hits, when you're not, when there's the other kid doing better. It's like, how are you jealous or are you rooting your teammate on? Yep. You know, stuff like that. It's the little things that matter more than just getting hits or making great plays. Because like everyone's timetable is different. You know, some guy, he could be the worst player ever, then something clicks and you see he's absolutely stud. Yeah. And it's just like, you just never know. So you just got to keep working, keep going at it, keep trying to have I'm not going to say it's not the easiest thing to do, have a positive mindset when
especially in today's day.
Yeah,
it's hard.
It's hard. But it's like that practice, you got to practice that day after day, year after year. And by 3 years from now, from 5 years from now, y'all see just the confidence level you have after failing. Not when you're doing well. The confidence level after failing, that's when you see, at least in my opinion, big league players and players that you want to model your game after, and stuff like that. Like how they handle themselves after failure.
Yeah, no, that's a great answer. We did it the last time. We got to do it again because I'm an Ohio State student. I know you are. OH.
IO, baby.